Heatwaves have transformed from rare events into a relentless reality, breaking records year after year. It's alarming to think that what was once a seasonal inconvenience is now a silent killer, claiming lives and reshaping our environment. So what's driving this increase in heatwave intensity and frequency? First, let's look at the science. Climate change is at the forefront of this crisis. As greenhouse gases accumulate in our atmosphere, they trap heat, leading to rising global temperatures. This isn't just a statistic, it's a direct threat to our health. The World Health Organization estimates that heat waves are responsible for thousands of deaths annually, particularly among vulnerable populations like the elderly, children and those with pre-existing health conditions. But it's not just about the heat itself. The urban landscape exacerbates the problem. Cities, with their concrete and asphalt, create what's known as the urban heat island effect. This phenomenon can raise temperatures in metropolitan areas by several degrees compared to surrounding rural areas. Imagine stepping outside into a furnace where the heat feels almost unbearable. That's the reality for millions living in cities during peak summer months. Now consider the impact on our daily lives. Heat waves disrupt everything from our work schedules to our recreational activities. People are forced to seek refuge in air-conditioned spaces and outdoor events become hazardous. The simple act of enjoying a day in the park can turn into a struggle for survival. The headlines tell a grim story. Reports of record-breaking temperatures flash across our screens, warning us of the dangers lurking just outside our doors. We see images of people collapsing on sidewalks, desperately seeking shade or crowding into cooling centers. These aren't just news stories, they're a reflection of a growing crisis that demands our attention. As we delve deeper into this issue, it's crucial to recognize who is most at risk. Low-income communities often lack access to air conditioning and green spaces, making them particularly vulnerable. The elderly, who may not be able to escape the heat, face increased health risks. And let's not forget about outdoor workers who are exposed to extreme conditions daily. Their safety is paramount, yet many are left unprotected in the sweltering sun. The consequences of these heat waves extend beyond immediate health risks. They disrupt ecosystems, threaten food security, and strain our energy resources. As demand for cooling rises, so does the risk of power outages, leaving many in the dark and heat-stricken. Understanding the science behind these deadly heat waves is the first step in addressing the crisis. It's not just about surviving the heat. It's about adapting our cities, protecting our most vulnerable populations, and taking action to mitigate climate change. The stakes are high, and the time to act is now. A heat wave isn't just a hot day, it's a relentless stretch of extreme heat that can really take a toll on our bodies. Imagine temperatures soaring well above normal, often paired with stifling humidity. In some places it feels like stepping into an oven when nights refuse to cool down. It's not just uncomfortable, it can be dangerous. Infographics show that when temperatures hit certain thresholds, the risk of heat-related illnesses skyrockets. You might see people fanning themselves, seeking relief while emergency rooms fill up with those struggling to cope. Understanding heat waves is crucial. They're not just weather events, they're serious health threats. Climate change is turning up the heat in ways we can no longer ignore. Greenhouse gases are trapping more energy in our atmosphere, leading to heat waves that are not just more frequent but also more intense. What used to be a rare event every 50 years is now happening every 5 years or even yearly. Just look at the data. Global warming graphs show a steep rise in temperatures, while before and after maps reveal a staggering increase in heatwave frequency across the globe. This isn't just a statistic, it's a wake-up call. We need to act now to protect our planet and ourselves from this escalating crisis. Heat waves are silent killers, claiming more lives than floods, hurricanes or tornadoes. Take the 2003 European heat wave, for instance. Over 70,000 people lost their lives. Many victims die alone in their homes, unnoticed until it's too late. Imagine an elderly person trapped in a sweltering room, struggling to breathe while the world outside carries on. Emergency responders race against time, but the heat doesn't wait. It creeps in, relentless and unforgiving. We must recognize the danger and take action before it's too late. Heat waves are not just weather, they're a crisis. In the sweltering heat, our most vulnerable elderly folks, children, outdoor workers, and those with chronic illnesses face a silent crisis. Picture this: an elderly person drenched in sweat, trapped in a home without air conditioning, while kids play on scorching concrete, unaware of the danger beneath their feet. In low-income neighborhoods, the lack of shade turns heat into a deadly trap. It's not just uncomfortable, it's life-threatening. The heat risk map reveals a stark reality, highlighting how income inequality intensifies this struggle. We must recognize this urgent issue and advocate for change, because everyone deserves a safe, cool place to call home. Cities are heating up faster than ever, turning into heat wave hotspots. This phenomenon, known as the urban heat island effect, occurs because materials like concrete, glass, and asphalt absorb heat during the day and release it at night. As a result, urban areas can be significantly warmer than their rural surroundings. Imagine stepping into a park where the temperature is a refreshing 10 degrees cooler than the surrounding concrete jungle. It's a stark reminder of how our built environment impacts our climate. With rising temperatures, we must rethink our urban designs to create cooler, greener spaces for everyone. Heat isn't just a summer nuisance, it's a silent economic drain. Think about it. Rising temperatures lead to skyrocketing energy bills. As we crank up the AC in urban areas, heat islands can increase cooling costs by up to 30%. Then there's the impact on agriculture. Crops suffer in extreme heat, leading to food shortages and higher prices at the grocery store. And let's not forget about health costs. Heat-related illnesses strain our healthcare system. All these factors add up, making heat not just uncomfortable, but a serious economic burden we can't ignore. Extreme heat is wreaking havoc on our ecosystems. Birds, once soaring high, now fall from the sky, unable to cope with the soaring temperatures. Fish suffocate in overheated rivers, their lifeless bodies a grim reminder of our changing climate. Entire ecosystems are on the brink of collapse. Forests, once lush and vibrant, are turning brown, becoming tinderboxes ready to ignite. Wildfires rage, fueled by the relentless heat consuming everything in their path. This isn't just nature's cycle, it's a wake-up call. If we don't act now, we risk losing the delicate balance that sustains life on Earth. Cities are getting creative with solutions like green roofs, urban trees, and cool centers to combat rising temperatures. These adaptations are essential, but they come with a hefty price tag. While we plant trees and build hydration stations, we must remember that these are just band-aids on a much larger wound. The real challenge lies in tackling global warming at its source. Imagine vibrant neighborhoods transformed by lush greenery. But let's not lose sight of the bigger picture. We need to address carbon emissions and climate change head-on to create a sustainable future for our cities. If we don't act now, by 100 parts of our planet could become unlivable due to extreme heat. Imagine cities where the sun blazes down relentlessly, making it impossible to thrive. But there's a silver lining. By cutting fossil fuel use and investing in climate-resilient infrastructure, we can change this trajectory. Picture solar panels on every roof, shaded walkways bustling with life, and passionate youth leading the charge for change. It's not just about surviving the heat. It's about taking bold steps today for a sustainable tomorrow. What we choose to do next will define our future.